Good day, citizens of America. I aided in the writing of the Declaration of Independence, and I have always fought for the liberties of this young nation. I served 2 terms under George Washington and learned a lot from him, and I hope to continue as your president for this 2nd term. As a proud Federalist, I support Hamilton's economic plan.
Hello there, I am Alexander Hamilton, and I propose several valuable economic laws for our nation. One of these laws includes the assumption of debt, which will gain the support of those who will best benefit and build our nation. This, as well as increasing the strength of our central government. This will lead to a stronger international position for America. It's how it works. We will have a free capitalist market economy based on the principles of Adam Smith and the wealth of the nations. It would be impractical to provide pay money to the original certificate owners. The National Bank is also a phenomenal idea. It's a safe place to deposit federal funds, can provide loans and currency to businesses, and can help collect taxes and disperse government's expenditures. It is also fully constitutional, thanks to the implied powers and the fact that Congress shall have the power to make all needful rules and regulations respecting the territory or other property belonging to the United States. Jefferson argues that since the bank is not necessary, then it shouldn't be introduced. However, if it is better for the public good, then why not?
Hi, John Adams here again. I, unlike my opponent, Thomas Jefferson, greatly oppose factions due to my Whiggish ideologies. In my proposal of the Sedition Acts, these were made to prevent the emergence of factions and to protect the unity of our young nation.
Down with the government! Let us take up in arms and follow the French rebels' example against the corrupt, tyrannical government that is an extension of George III's reign.
Get down from there. Under the Sedition Acts, you are hereby arrested for spreading lies about the central government and increasing factionalism within the American population.
Look at this recent interview of Thomas Jefferson expressing his disastrous ideas.
Hello, Thomas Jefferson. How are you doing today?
Doing quite swell. How about yourself?
I'm doing quite well. What is your stance on rebellions?
I think they are quite necessary in a new nation. Some blood has to be shed to weaken the bonds between the people.
Alright. What do you think of the French?
I love them. They have great ideas and they also have great foods.
Indeed. How is your aristocratic home in Monticello going?
It's quite well. My family is doing quite well also.
They're quite rich, are they?
Yes, we are.
Indeed.
Take a look at Madison's hypocrisy while writing the Federalist Papers.
The Federalist number 10, the utility of the Union as a safeguard against the domestic faction and insurrection. Among the numerous advantages promised by a well-constructed Union, none deserves to be more accurately developed than its tendency to break and control the violence of faction.
Take a look at this Federalist telling the truth about the French.
Égalité, fraternité, liberté. Pardon me, but do you still really support the French Revolution after all the bloodshed that's occurred?
Excusez-moi?
Haven't you heard of anything that's been going on in the world?
What is happening?
Okay.
Alright, yeah.
Okay, well first off, you got the Quasi-War, where the French are taking over American ships and imprisoning all of their crew members.
Oh, that is terrible. I didn't know. What else is going on?
Well, you've also got the XYZ affair, which is a disaster because France, they're not even allowing us to have a treaty with them until we have to pay them. And they're just not respecting us at all for the real country that we are.
Oh, that is terrible. I'm sorry.
I'm not even done. They've also, of course, got this pretentious French prick, Citizen Janet, who's coming into our ports trying to recruit Americans, ignoring Washington, not talking to him at all, ignoring the Neutrality Act, and he's getting these ship merchants to become privateers for the French army. It's absolutely insane.
Oh my god, I'm sorry to hear. Indeed, the French, they are not good people.
That's what I'm saying.
I, like my good friend George Washington, greatly support the Neutrality Act. His emotional farewell address properly conveys my stance on foreign policy.
My faithful years of service to this great country, I've come to realize that the only way our developing nation will not only survive, but also thrive, is to exclude ourselves from the petty differences that occur in the unstable and corrupt nations of Europe. In a time of unrest in the world, our national security is only protected when we are able to protect ourselves rather than those foreigners who live thousands of miles away. I anticipate with pleasing expectation that retreat from my post will benefit this new nation, and that my 45 years of service to the American liberties will be looked fondly upon by the population, so I may live out my days content in my home in Mount Vernon.
I believe that I am a morally righteous person. We Federalists exemplify true Whiggish ideology, especially in our dealings with the Creek nations. Allowing the Indians to keep control over their God-given lands was the noble thing to do. Jefferson, as a Republican, is a full supporter of state sovereignty, but at the same time he backed the treaty after coming home from his long vacation in France. State governments are not to be trusted, as demonstrated by Georgia taking bribes from the Yazoo companies. I hope it is now clear to all that I am the clear and worthy candidate deserving of your vote.
I, George Washington, formally endorse John Adams for President of the United States in the 1800 election because I believe that he will make America the nation that it is meant to be.